I've still got plenty of ideas for this job, Glenn, and I think the third term of the Scottish Parliament could be really exciting for Scotland, and we can build upon the achievements we already have seen in this country: higher employment, lower unemployment, improvements in education, health and tackling crime. But I think the big priority for the next Parliament, if we really believe that the economy is a strong foundation of all we do, is to prioritise education and ensuring that young Scots are amongst the best educated in the world.
But win, lose or draw, you're not planning to hang around for a full term, are you? You'll be out the door fairly sharpish, I would have thought.
Well, you saw last week a manifesto published that has more ideas in it than any manifesto since devolution from any party. And that will take me at least 4 years to implement those ideas and to see the progress and the changes I want to see in Scotland.
That's a promise, is it? Full
Yes.
four-year term?
Yes.
Alex Salmond in Aberdeen. You've been in the Scottish Parliament, then you were out, now you want back in, the chance to shake it all about. Why should voters support somebody who's displayed such a hokey-cokey commitment to Holyrood?
Because I'm running for First Minister of Scotland, and we're running in a totally positive manifesto about what we can do for the Scottish people in terms of education, in terms of health, improving the Scottish economy. I certainly don't recognise the description of the last few years that Jack McConnell has just outlined. I think people are extremely disappointed with the lack of progress. But this campaign and our campaign is about what we can do for the future of Scotland, and that's why we've been accentuating the positive in this campaign.
You're also taking a new approach, it seems, to debates like this. You're a study in reasonableness and measuredness. Is it difficult to keep that up?
But Glenn, you know that's always been the case. I'm just accenting it even more now, as you can see. I think I'll tell you what. In an election campaign where we see a huge amount of negativity, particularly from the Labour Party, but from others as well, I think people are ready for a very positive approach and conversation about the future of Scotland.
Okay.
Now, if you're adopting that approach, then obviously you must adopt that personal approach as well to be consistent.
So this is a new Alex Salmond. Well, let's bring in Nicol Stephen from the Scottish Liberal Democrats. It does take a fairly elastic imagination, doesn't it, to conceive of a situation where the leader of the fourth party in Scotland gets the keys to Bute House.
The Liberal Democrats are doing really well in this campaign, and I'm determined to be positive over the next 3.5 weeks.
You're not going to be First Minister, though, are you?
People are fed up with the Labour Party, there's no doubt about that, and they don't want independence. The latest poll showed that over 50% of people want more powers for the Scottish Parliament, and the Liberal Democrats are the only party running on that commitment. And we're going to concentrate on the positive issues that make a difference to people's lives, things like smaller class sizes, really positive about young people and a renewables revolution in Scotland. And people are responding on the doorsteps really powerfully to that message.
Are you fed up with the Labour Party?
It's never been the height of my ambition to be a minority coalition partner with any party, and that's why over the next 3.5 weeks I'm going to work really hard, and I know that the more votes the Liberal Democrats can get, the more MSPs we can get elected, the more that we can deliver in government over the next 4 years. And that's really important. We want to deliver. We want to make a difference to people's lives and make things happen in government.
Well, I said you all want to be First Minister, but I suppose, Annabel Goldie, you're really here under false pretences because you're not going for the top job, are you?
Well, what I've made clear is, this is all about not bloated egoism, but sharp realism. I've made clear that you don't need to be in government to influence the Scottish Parliament. I've also made clear that the Conservatives have led the debate on many important issues in the last 8 years, and people recognise that. And I've also made something else very clear, that unlike the other parties, what the policies are from my party are what the tin says, what we offer is what you'll get. And that's in striking contrast to what the other parties are hatching up.
What people will get only if other parties are biddable. Which of the three other potential First Ministerial candidates would be the least worst option for you to get your way?
Well, the voters are going to have to make a decision about that, but, I've made clear, Glenn, that at the end of the day, the voters on the 3rd of May must make a decision about what they want in the Scottish Parliament.
Would you get more done with Alex Salmond or Jack McConnell?
Well, that's not a choice, that's a dilemma. And I have made clear that on the 3rd of May, the voters are going to have to look at what the different parties offer.
Could you work with either of them?
At the end of the day, it's for the voters to work out who do they want in the Scottish Parliament.
You don't have a view?
what I've made clear, Glenn, is it's actually the decision of the voters as to how the Scottish Parliament is made up. And after the 3rd of May, the role of the Scottish Conservatives will be to ensure that what starts happening in the Scottish Parliament, and I would say this is not what's been happening for the last 8 years, is what's in the best interest of Scotland.
Okay.
And we'll support that. If it's not in the best interest of Scotland, we'll reject it.